Excited to have you here. So today's session is an orientation. We're providing a general orientation into what we do, who we are, and then you would also have the opportunity to speak with one of our faculties today, who actually kicks off his program on Monday, 3rd of July. And his name is Muriel. You're going to be meeting with him. He's going to be talking about cybersecurity. Also, I see a couple of our faculties here as well, if they will be open to actually having a quick chat about their own program, because they are ramping up to start their own program as well. That would be good. I see Blandine, who is our faculty for network engineering. I see Benice, who is our faculty for digital marketing. I see a couple of very interesting folks here in the room, although it is not planned, but if they are inspired to want to say for 5 minutes, at some point during the program, what their course is about, how they are preparing to get started, that would be exciting. So Blandine, think about it. Let me know if you'll be interested in talking for maybe 3 to 5 minutes to talk about what is network engineering. Just give a quick overview so that people will would connect with the program, understand what you are doing, and be able to use that information to make a decision as to when to join your program. So let me know, Blandine, if you'll be available to talk about that, if you're in an environment where you could just do that in 5 minutes or less. Benice, if you'll be open to the idea as well, talking for a few minutes, that would be highly appreciated. Do let me know if you'll be available to talk as well. Blandine, Benice, let me know. Hello, team. I'm sorry about that. Can you hear me now? I had some small connection on this side. So, yes. Okay, beautiful. Denise, thank you very much for confirming in about 20 minutes, find a quiet place, just to share. Thank you very much. Blandine, please send a message if you'll be available to talk for about 2 or 3 minutes to 5 minutes about, your program. So everybody's going to be able to hear and understand, what you do, so they can decide to make a decision to, join your program if they want to, or if they're available for it. Thank you very much. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to the program. We are 14 minutes into the hour. We are 28 of us. We are expecting somewhere between 100 to 130 people in this today's session. So we're just going to get started to talk about who we are, what we do. It's because the session is being recorded. People can go back to actually listen, review the material and get all the information that they need to be able to make a decision. But then at a high level, this is an information session. It is an orientation. So we are going to be explaining very quickly who we are, some of our programs. We're going to tell you a little about our programs. So I'm going to talk specifically about one of our programs, which is a cybersecurity program, because it is kickstarting on the 3rd of July. We want you to meet with the instructor, be able to ask specific questions about the program to the faculty or the instructor. And then, we can actually tackle as many questions as we can take within the available time. We do have 45 more minutes, and we are 27 of us at this point in time. So the best way to go is forward. So quick about Glappy. Glappy is an acronym, that combines 2 words. Here in English, they call it a portmanteau, which is a combination of 2 words like happy, glad, coming together, Glappy. So happy, glad, or glad and happy combined, Glappy. So our company is one that is focused on ensuring that from whatever career pursuits, especially in technology, you want to come out of that experience Glappy, which is beyond happy. And that's exactly what we've been doing for quite a long time now, helping professionals through their journey. We're that partner with you on your journey in IT. What we specialize in is in practice. In other words, we do trainings, yes, but training is not what we specialize in. We specialize in giving people an opportunity, a platform to practice the skills that they have learned, because that has been the biggest challenge, ladies and gentlemen. Biggest challenge in the sense that people do loads of training, but then when you want to get hired by an employer, what they are looking for is experience. But people do not have the opportunity to experience or have practice enough to be able to say, I have the experience to be able to do the job. Yes, they know it in theory, but they lack that experience and that hands-on. So in 2007, when we started our journey, we're heavy into trainings. We did all sorts of training. You think about it, Java, Microsoft Office, Oracle, and we realized that there was this persistent problems. We're dishing out and graduating loads of students, hundreds of students every month. But then these students lack the ability to get a job. So we're trying to understand, what is the problem? Why do people who are very smart speak eloquently in class, know the answers to all the questions, but then when they leave that program and they try to get a job, they cannot, or they struggle with great difficulties to get a job. And when they get on a job, they still struggle because the theory and the practicals do not align. And so after doing that for a couple of years, working with the government, providing these trainings to hundreds, if not thousands of students, we said we needed to think about something different. So for years, we were focusing on how do we build an experience that provides people a platform that provides people an opportunity to really experience work like work in a way where they can leave our program, plug into any company, Fortune 100 company, Fortune 10 company, Fortune 1000 company, anywhere in the world, and be able to function, be able to work like they would on the job, like they've been doing it for 5 years, like they've been doing it for 8 years. And so we took it a lot of time basically to envision what this structure would be, what this platform would be. And we also did a lot of trainings. As a matter of fact, that was the major reason why we actually moved to the United States, to actually spend time understanding the culture, the structure, and the way organizations here are structured. So in 2014, we came to the United States, spent some time, did some research at Harvard University, did some research at Disney, went into the Disney Institute of Creativity. It's called the Disney Institute, took some programs on creativity and leadership to figure out how we can build this platform or this system that would support experienced professionals getting skills. And voila, it took some time, some trial and error. Over the years, we were able to build this platform. This platform is now available, and it is one where we're able to build systems. So imagine, for example, you're working on a project like, right now, teams within the program are building an Amazon e-commerce application from the ground up, from scratch, meaning software developers, cybersecurity professionals, product owners, product managers, all working together as a team to build the solution. Now, when they build the solution, they are meeting 3 times a week, working together for 3 hours a day, building this solution, exchanging skills, interacting like they would on the actual job. And so by doing this, these individuals are actually having that cross-functional experience, the skills that they need to actually succeed. Long and short, the program has been successful. So far, we have nearly 300 people within the program doing just this, practicing, improving their skills, honing their skills. Success for us is not in getting a job. Success for us is getting a job and being able to do well so that in the first few months, in a month or two after you get a job, your manager should reach back and say, I made a good decision in hiring you because you know what the hell you're doing. And that is our satisfaction. That is when we know that we have succeeded. Getting a job is, because of what we have built, that platform that we have built for people to practice. Getting a job is easier, but doing the job is also easier because now they can take that practical experience they've had, move it into the job, get the job done, but also within, while they are working within the community, still get support to be able to improve their skills even further. So that is our platform. That is the program. And so when you join, you'll be joining a Glappy village where we are transferring these skills, working with professionals and deepening their experience. That is the core of what we do. That is who we are. And we are focused, basically, very focused on ICT, developing these ICT skills. Now, that is what we do here in the United States. Now, on the flip side, on the continent, we have a registered foundation, which is the Glappy Foundation. It's a 501(c) or a 501(c)(3) organization, and its focus is on capacity development. We are building capacity across the continent. We launched a pilot about 1.5 years ago in Cameroon, and we've been working in Cameroon, training professionals on project management, training professionals on software engineering, software design in collaboration with our partners on ground. And it's been a very exciting journey because a couple of these professionals are now working in the United States. We have projects where we've been able to get them jobs. So in that way, they are not just learning, but they are also earning, learning and earning. See how it rhymes? That's exactly what we are doing. And so we are accelerating that process. Since we are providing them trainings on that side, we are going around here in the United States. We are going to Silicon Valley. We are going to Austin in Texas. We are going to places where there are jobs, and we are knocking and saying, hey, do you know that we have talented African professionals that can work for you remotely? They will be all the way in Cameroon, in Nigeria, but they will do fantastic work for your organization. Would you like to give them a 30-day trial and see? If they work out for you, you hire them. If they don't, you fire them. So reach out to organizations like that, and that is our value proposition. That is the sales pitch we go to these organizations, and some of them have taken the bite, have decided to bite, and they say, yeah, we have some projects. Just last week, we were talking with an organization, basically, it's a 3 points. It's called Tirinium. Is it Tirinium or Tilinium? I'll check their website. They're a $3 billion company based here in the United States. And they want to hire support engineers, support engineers basically who would be supporting their products. And they reached out and we had a first conversation. We're going to be having a follow-up conversation, in a week time or 2 weeks time from now. Bottom line is we are reaching out to organizations, and organizations are deciding to give us a try to hire professionals on the continent of Africa. So first, here in the United States, but then they are also open to taking those professionals overseas. So what are we saying? We are saying that, one, we built a platform that allows you to not only learn a skill, but also practice it on live projects, so that way your skills are going to be enhanced in a way where when you prove to us through the exams you are going to be taking, through the quiz that we are going to be giving you, through the assessments we are going to be giving you, if you show that you are serious and you are ready, then we can recommend you for opportunities where you can earn locally first, in Cameroon, in Nigeria, in Uganda, wherever you are based, but then most importantly, internationally as well, where you can earn, in dollars and back home in Cameroon. Again, we're not promising you that we're going to give you a job when you are not ready. We are saying that if you show that you have what it takes, you are ready, you are committing yourself to self-development, then we will do our part and we'll open up our network and recommend you. So, and that's what we've been doing with the professionals we've been working with. So that is in a nutshell, that is what we do. Platform, network, opportunities. I'd like to pause for a second to see if there are specific questions for me. Before, I will introduce you to all our programs, and hopefully, if Muriel is here, he can speak specifically to our cybersecurity program. Muriel?
Hello, sir.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, Muriel is here, and Blandine, thank you very much for pulling that through. Okay, team, do you have questions for me before I hand it over to, I tell you a quick intro, I give you a quick overview of the programs, and then I hand it over to Muriel, so he actually talks specifically about the cybersecurity course. That starts on Monday. Any questions for me?
Yes, I'm Christian. Can I go ahead?
By all means, please, Lion. Yes.
Okay. I want to know how far can the certification go. The certificate is going to end at the end of our training. I want to know how far we like. What is the degree of it, the intensity of it, certificate or its accreditation? I want to know that. Like, how far can we use that? Is it international? Like, is it limited to the countries to whom, the countries in which you have enterprises, or it can go beyond that? So I want to know the weight of the certificate.
Oh, okay. So there are a couple of certifications for us. Basically, if you join our program, you do some, local certification, as it were. Local certification to our program, which shows you are progressing within our program. You take assessments, you take some tests based on the program you are taking. But that is a different thing. What we are asking is, if you take an international certification, say a PSM or for project management, or a CSM, certified Scrum Master, or a security certification, like with the security program, basically, you are like the security program, the certification is, let me pull it up real quick, is EJPT, which is the eLearn Security Junior Penetration Tester, as well as if you are open to taking the CEH and all of those certifications. If you take those international certifications, of course, it cuts across, it goes beyond Cameroon, it goes overseas. That's if you take those certifications. If you take the local certifications, like what we are offering, it covers everything you need to be able to succeed on our program and for us to be able to recommend you. For us, why certification is important, we really do not focus a lot on it. We are focusing more on you having the practical skills, because we believe that certification can come later. Anybody can take certifications, but then the skill of doing the work is the one that comes. That is a little difficult to get. And so our team is really focusing on giving you that skills that you would use to succeed on the job. Lion, did that answer your question?
So I'm very sorry about I faced some network issues in my area. So when you were talking to me, the network disturbed, and at least it's
Okay.
only to pass.
All right. To summarize the question, Lion, is yes, we will make recommendation. We do not bundle cost of certification in our program. Otherwise, it's going to make it very expensive. We are offering training. So if you want certification, your faculty at that point in time, let's say Muriel or Blandine, would recommend the certification for you that you should take. They'll give you the cost, tell you where to go to take the certification, and voila, you're going to take the certification, which would be international. It would cover wherever you want to go and work with that skill, whether it is in Canada or anywhere else. Okay, beautiful. Yes, Isaac?
Thank you.
Okay, did that help?
Oh,
Beautiful.
you did, sir. Thank you.
All right then, thank you. Okay, Isaac, we could take one more before we hand over to Muriel. Isaac?
Okay. Hi. Hey, Russell. Uh, just a quick understanding of everything because it's my first time and this is my first morning joining this team. So it's a little bit overwhelming. I'm just trying to like catch up with the pace. So for me, I don't know where I'm gonna be fitting because I heard you said so many things about like faculty leaders and stuff like that. So the reason why I actually joined the Glappy is to get like more hands-on knowledge about Scrum Masters. So yeah, I don't know if you have a faculty that is catering to that.
Oh, of course. So maybe if this is your first time, or maybe the second part of what I wanted to share would have been specific. Yes, we
Okay.
do have part of our programs. We have project management, which Scrum falls under. We have software engineering. We have cybersecurity. You know that Mirel is leading. We have network engineering. Blangeline is leading. So of course we have that. Those are the training. We have training part of that program, but most importantly, Isaac, to your question, we have the doing part, which is when you get into our program, what we are focusing on is not just you receiving a training like people typically would do. We're focusing on you working with a team to build your skills. So Isaac, if you are a Scrum Master as an example, let's say you've done your trainings elsewhere and you want to practice as a Scrum Master, we have programs. We have a program where you can actually be part of a Scrum team, you know, where you can, first of all, you would shadow an existing Scrum Master work. And then once you show that you, first of all, grasp the concepts, understand the process, and then you are interested in taking on leadership responsibility as a Scrum Master within the team, then we can consider, you know, placing you as a Scrum Master for a new team. You can practice your skills hands-on. So yes, we have those opportunities, but to your question, we have faculties, not just one, multiple faculties that are covering, you know, Scrum and project management, agile coaching, enterprise coaching is the core of what the platform is built on, you know, meaning because agile methodology is the methodology that we execute with. It means that we have Scrum, we have Safe, and all of that. We execute our program using Scrum and Safe. Scrum at the team level, Safe at the program level. So that is our structure. But then, Ekuno Steven, you want to say something? Okay. So yes, so that's it. So Isaac, do not worry. You know, we cover Scrum, of course, extensively as part of our program.
All right, thank you.
Right, beautiful. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, excited to have you here. So real quickly, these are the courses we offer here. We cover project management, we have security, we have network engineering, we have digital marketing, and those are the core. And we have software engineering as well. Our software engineering program starts in August. Our network engineering program, I think, Blandine will have to keep me honest on this one. I'm planning on starting in August as well. And then digital marketing, I think, starts in July. You know, for those folks interested in digital marketing, that program starts in July. So we're going to take questions and answers after Muriel to answer the specifics of those programs, you know, details, including cost, including duration, and, you know, logistics. Okay. Beautiful. So Muriel, if you don't mind, we'd like you to take over to just, you know, walk us in 20 minutes, you know, to walk us through cybersecurity, your program, what you intend to do within the next 4 months, starting Monday, you know, for individuals who are interested in joining your course. if you don't mind walking us through that, your curriculum, giving us some specific details that you think that might be relevant, we are going to deeply appreciate. So 20, 25 minutes, this time that we have for you. Muriel?
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm actually going to be your instructor. I'm Merel Mumeni Merel, and I'm going to be your instructor during this cybersecurity course. So, well, if all of you here are willing to do cybersecurity, are willing to go into cybersecurity, then I think it is one of the best decisions that you've made, because cybersecurity nowadays is one of the most important skills that every individual, not only IT personnel, but every individual, even your parents at home need to have some knowledge of cybersecurity, and definitely it's been classified as a cybersecurity awareness. So all of us need to be aware of the cybersecurity landscape, the cybersecurity evolvement, because we all use digital devices, our phones, computers, our TVs, all of them are connected. So we need to have a sense of, we need to have some knowledge of cybersecurity to survive in today's world. Now, the program for today, I don't know if you all have the program, so I'll try to share my screen. I don't know if are you seeing my screen, because I'm not sure if you've seen.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All right.
coach.
Yes, coach, we are there.
So, this is our cybersecurity program. This is our roadmap. Our roadmap is that we do the foundations, and then we move to the offensive, and we move to the defensive. So the way we organized it is that during the foundation part, the section of foundation, we are going to do more of networking, basics of networking. And this is not the whole of networking. I said basics. So we are practically going to touch what the parts of networking that will help us during our cybersecurity course. And still during this foundation phase, we do Linux. So we are going to do Linux, and we might do Bash, and we'll do most scripting language, because we might also do Python, because Python, either Bash or Python. So we're going to decide for those who are going to be in the class, because Bash is a scripting language and Python is also a scripting language. So we're going to decide on which language to use, but maybe both if we have time. We'll move to the offensive. The offensive part of this course. Here we are going to touch, this is just an overview. I'm going to show you the full part. Here we are going to do everything that is offensive, more of a penetration testing program. And here will be the defensive. Under the defensive, we have, it will be more of covering your tracks. It will be more of forensics. So like if after a cybersecurity incident or a hacking incident, you are called in as an IT, a forensics professional, then you should be able to carry out, to come up with like how the attack was done, all information that was stolen, and try to fix the problem. So we'll cover it during the defensive. But we are going to be more of offensive, and this is for a reason, because for us to properly defend, we need to be very good hackers. So during the offensive phase, we'll touch more of the offensive phase, so that if you can really hack, then protecting yourself, defending should be pretty easy. So the program will be a 4-month program. The program will be a 4-month program, and you see the foundation security will be 1 month, offensive security 2 months, defensive security will be 1 month. And you see that we have 2 months for offensive security because we lay emphasis here on the offensive section. Now, these are some of the chapters that we are going to cover. So this is not final. So during the program, it might be modified. So as you see, networking fundamentals, intro to networking, encoding. So we might not do encoding. We might not do encoding. Data transmission and capture, and authentication cookies, security fundamentals, Linux fundamentals, Python fundamentals, command line, file system, Python. Okay, this is all Python. Now, and then for the offensive section, we'll do penetration testing. So one of the best to better test your ability of offensive security is penetration testing. So that's why we use the penetration testing methodology here. So we have the recon scanning, vulnerability discovery, gaining access, metasploit shares, exploitation. Yes, exploitation, privilege escalation, and there's something, Active Directory, where is it? Okay, maybe this is not the latest document. So we also have Active Directory penetration testing. So I don't know if any of you know what is Active Directory. We actually added it to this course. And then the defensive section, we are going to do defensive security fundamentals here, threat modeling, recon, and a lot more: logs, incident response, malware analysis, digital forensics. Okay, so I had there was a question from one of you guys, and you were asking which certifications. So I don't know if the person has a question again. I make sure that I answer it properly before continuing. This program is not based on a specific certification, because if you know one of the entry-level certification, in fact, a prestigious entry-level, I call it prestigious because they give it a lot of credit. Prestigious entry-level certification is a certified ethical hacker certification. So this certification actually has a lot of prestige, but it is very bulky. So if we have to follow this certification, then our program is going to last for at least 8 months, at least 8 months, and we don't have time to do a lot of literature. But if you want to write the CH certification, the program that we are the contents of our program, since it will be more practical, will help you for the practical section of the CH certification, the certified ethical hacker certification. It will help you, but just for the practical part, not for the theoretical part, because the theoretical part has a lot of literature in it. I mean, a lot of literature. That book is the CH book is, I think it's 5,000 pages, and the theory part is 3,000 something pages. So you imagine you have to read. So even if we have to work together, make it work through, we'll not be able to finish that program. So you have to read on your own. and take the practical that we do from here and go and write your exam. So we actually did we have decided that the certification that you can easily take is the EJPT. The EJPT. You can easily take the EJPT certification. This certification actually only costs $200, and it is a penetration testing certification. So since it is I believe that most of you are new to the field. So if you're new to the field, then the EJPT is a very good certification. If you look at your program, here, this is by obtaining the EJPT skills, you'll be assessed here. So if you look at your program, we cover the program and we go way beyond. Even the prerequisite, we cover the program and we go way beyond. I don't know, can you see my screen? I'm on the browser already, so I don't know if you can see.
Yes, we are seeing.
Okay, okay, thanks. So the certification that you can easily take with our program is the EJPT, because the EJPT is more of a practical certification, and it's more of a practical certification. It has less literature. So to write this certification, you need to be more practical, and that is what we are trying to do at Glappy. So instead of giving you literature that you can find anywhere online, that you can read many books, we prefer to give you something hands-on, but you need some sort of literature too, but not much as the other certifications cover. That's why this one is one of the best certifications. So it's only $200 compared to the certified ethical hacker certification, which is $1,200. So you see the difference. So if you have to write the CH certification and the EJPT, see that there's a difference of, I don't know how many thousand, $1,000. There's even a $1,000. So at least 600,000 fancy fee. You see that this is a lot. And the EJPT2 is a very good certification for entry level, because if you look at it, is a junior penetration tester. When you leave from here, you go to senior penetration testing. And during this penetration testing, you also need defensive skills. That is why this is the ideal certification that maybe if you need to write a certification, this is the ideal. But if you need further certification, there are more, like the CPENT. The CPENT, there is the OSCP. For the CPENT and the OSCP, that we'll cover that in another course, Advanced Cybersecurity. So here, we're not going to touch the basics anymore. We're not going to be doing networking, no Linux, no basic Wireshark. Everything at this point is advanced. During this course, we'll create exploits, but during the advanced course, not only will we create exploits, but we'll be able to find our own vulnerability. So what we call bug bounty. Bug bounty is if you search online, bug bounty. If you search online, coach, I don't know you. I'm not looking at the time, so you should maybe let me know if my time is up.
No, please go ahead. Yes, please.
So there's this bug bounty. One of the important things with cybersecurity is if you are very skilled, then you can be able to make a lot of money from your home. So bug bounty is a program. I've not logged in here for a while. So bug bounty is a program by HackerOne. So what actually happens here is many companies like Microsoft, Google, in fact, 80% of companies in the United States, so I'm only using the United States as an example here. Many of them have what they call bug bounty programs. So if you can find a vulnerability or a flaw on any of their web apps or their websites, then you earn money. So you find a vulnerability, you document it, you send to them, they look at it, they follow your steps, they implement it, and if the flaw is real, the vulnerability is real, then you get paid. You can get paid up to about $10,000, depending on the type of flaw that you find. So that is it. You see here, there's a minimum bounty of $50. There's a minimum bounty of 200. And it will depend really. This is Amazon. Amazon is giving a minimum bounty of 50. Okay, let's go into Amazon RDP. So here, if you find a vulnerability, you're paid depending on the severity, if it is low, medium, high, or critical. So if it is critical, you are paid between 20,000 and 25,000. If you just find a vulnerability and you write to Amazon and tell them you have found a vulnerability, which is very critical, then for that vulnerability, you'll be paid 20,000 to 25,000. So these are some of the important things that we at Glappy want to teach. We will not teach you literature. We teach you definitely how to find most of these bugs. But this will be at the advanced stage, advanced cybersecurity. But not everyone will be eligible for the advanced cybersecurity because for the advanced section, we only need people who are committed. So if you are committed, because this is, if I have to show you how to easily find bugs on websites where you can earn such amount of money, we not want to give this type of information to anybody. Advanced hacking skills, we don't want to give it to anybody. So we want to give it to everyone that is willing to learn. So if you're willing to learn and you're really committed, then we are going to teach you advanced skills. But the teaching and learning process here goes both ways. It goes both ways. So don't expect to get everything one way. If we give you something, we'll not give you all because we have to make you work. So if we give you one thing, the next thing will be for you to do. And if you're unable to do it, it will be difficult for us to go further. Because if you look at the way we have scheduled the program, the difficulty increases with time. So if you are not on the line, if you're not on the line with us, then you might get lost. So if maybe your programs are not stable, if you want to maybe play, should be in the beginning at the basics. So when we start doing the penetration testing itself, I mean the offensive itself, then if you're playing or if you don't have time, I don't know, but cybersecurity is not something that you read from you read from a book and then you get the knowledge. It's wrong. You actually need to practice a lot. So I am available. We at Glappy, we are available. We are available 100% for those who want to work. For those who want to work, because we have noticed that for one, because first of all, there's something I want to clarify here. You know, this Glappy program is one of, I don't know. First, you should thank the coach, Mr. Rosel. You should really thank him for putting this into place, because when I was trying to get certified, because I'm certified, most of these cybersecurity certifications like the CH and the others. So for me to get most of the skills on the knowledge, I actually paid. And for the CH, I paid 1 million and above, I think, maybe the 1 million and above for the certification and for the, in fact, the program, other things too. But with this program, we are bringing you the very fine-tuned skills, and we are giving to you at almost nothing. So you should thank Mr. Russell and the General Glappy team for putting such program into place. If you don't know, then go around. I've seen Facebook. I've seen even some other websites, and they're all expensive. They're all expensive. Maybe if you want to buy a course might be cheap, but it is not as walk through like what we'll be doing here. I'm available. I am in Douala and Yaoundé. So if there's some people who are in Douala, then we might meet at Glappy, or in Yaoundé, then we'll find a way. So I know most people will say this is online because people don't like online courses. I also don't like online courses because I like hands-on. So we can go hands-on anytime you want. So if you're available, most of you, if you're available in Douala, then we'll go hands-on with most of these things. It's not like we'll be telling you do this, we'll do it ourselves. Maybe if we have to hack the Wi-Fi, we'll hack the Wi-Fi. We tell you how it all works. And then we tell you, okay, now that we have seen us hack, do it yourself. That is it. The thing is not to tell you that, okay, literature, hacking a Wi-Fi, follow this step, and you are lost. That's the difference between this and many others. So you should really be happy that we at Glappy have put such into place. Now, I don't know if there's a question.
Yes.
Yeah, so what is the question?
Yes, I'm good for from Yaoundé.
Yeah.
Yes, I would like to take the course, the cybersecurity, but the question I would like to ask is, if someone hasn't done IT before, doesn't have any computer knowledge, that is a computer illiterate, is it possible for the person to take that course? Thank you.
Now, we have debated on this. One of the main issues is that if people are really illiterate on this, on the IT level, so they don't have enough IT skills, it is going to slow us down a lot. But if you are willing to work, it means that if we are at 50%, then you should be working at 80 to 90% to be able to catch up. Because if we are not at a certain level, then we might not finish this program. And the thing is to finish the program and do more practice. So the thing is not to just put on notes for you to read like in a university, because it's not a university, like in a university or in a college. The thing here is to be practical. Practical, many people will be doing practice. Some people will finish before the others. So if you are not online with us, then it is really going to slow us and we might not finish this program. Remember, the program that we are doing is one of the shortest. It is one of the shortest. Look at most of cybersecurity programs around, at least 8 to 9 months. We have done this 4 months because we intend to do it more of practical. And we might, if we do something practically, then you need more literature on it. We'll simply give you maybe a PowerPoint or a PDF. You go and read, and you come back, and we just continue. So to be more practical oriented. Well, if you are completely computer illiterate, then it will depend on you. You will need to work harder than the others. I am here, and the others in the team will be here to help. But the thing is, if you cannot use something like I don't want to say the command line, but the command line is, I mean, something like Word, Word or Excel, all of those. If you don't even know them, then I don't think that this is for you, because you still need to take introduction, basics of IT, basics of computers before you move to networking. Because you see here, we start from networking. We're not doing basic of computers and operating system. We're starting from networking. So if you're not at the networking level with us, so which means you know how IT works, you know that we have Wi-Fi network, we have a wire, then you are eligible. But if you don't know all of these, you are not eligible. In fact, if you want to, you can join, but you are really going to slow us down. And if anyone wants to slow the pace, well, we will leave you to continue at your pace, but we'll go ahead. I will always try to come back to support, but you might not be online with us, which will be a big problem for you, because while we'll be ahead, you'll be behind, and you'll be going up and down, which will really be an issue. So have I answered your question? Do you have another question?
I'd like to
Yes,
add to
thank
that
you.
as well. I'd like to add to that as well. So Ungufo, one of the things that we also do is we also have an onboarding session that allows people who have zero IT experience to be able to get some IT hands-on skills. So what does that mean? We run a 1-month program that teaches basics of computers, how to power the computer, how to, how to use Microsoft Word, how to use Microsoft Office. So we have that program that is running, and you can start that program as early as tomorrow, as early as Monday, because it runs Monday through Fridays. So it's a preliminary foundational program for anybody new to IT. So what we have seen happen is you can join the cybersecurity program and also join that onboarding program. But to his point, you must be ready to work, because you'll be doing that foundation program. They'll teach you how to use computer basics, and you are quickly converting that knowledge into the cybersecurity program so that you are catching up with your colleagues. But again, that is where you need to catch up. But then I would also like to add that anybody who has a phone is a computer. If you've been using your phone for Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and all of those things, you are not computer illiterate. A phone is a computer. As you have been using it to create an account, do this, log into your Instagram, make calls, you are already used to the computer. What you need to have is an additional skills on using that computer specific to Microsoft Word and a few other things. And then also we're going to cover some foundational courses, as it were. This is where Blandine comes in, where she actually might cover some of the foundations of networking, or basics, some basics. We have some also in faculties who can cover basic, but it means you have to be jumping into those basic courses for what you do not have. That way, when Muriel is going, Muriel will not have to do like the Bafia dance. One step forward, one step backward, one step forward. No, he will keep going. Then you would have to jump into another course to say, hey, I'm taking a foundation course here, I'm taking a foundation course here, but you are continuing with your cybersecurity program. And go for. Does that make sense?
Yes. It makes sense. Makes sense. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay.
So is there any other question? No other question. Okay. So is my time elapsed, or?
Yeah, yes. So
Okay.
if they do not have any question, it's one of two things. One, it means they grabbed the information, and two, maybe they want to digest it some more and get back to us with questions. I just shared with you, team, a link. There's a link basically on the document. If you click on that link on the chat, click on that link to register your interest in a program. It talks about all the programs you have. One of us who's going to reach out to you in coming days to be able to answer any specific questions. So please click on that link. It's going to give you guidance on the next step. of what you need to do as well. Okay, so, and then let's see, I don't know, is Blandine, Blandine didn't give me confirmation. Benice, are you here? Do you want to talk for maybe 2 minutes or so about your program?
I'm here, coach.
Oh, Blandine.
I'm here also. Blandine can go first.
Okay, Blandine, do you want to take about 5 minutes? I know we didn't plan to get you here, but do you want to talk a little on network engineering, you know, so that people will be aware of what it is, so that, you know, they can tell their friends, neighbors, and enemies about your program?
Okay, no worries. Good day to everyone. I just had to rush home because I was out to be able to do this talking. I hope all of you guys are doing well. Okay, so basically, hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, basically we'll be talking about what networks is all about. The networking program I am planning covers all the fundamentals of what a network is, the network components, how a network is supposed to work, because great IT engineers need to know the fundamentals first. And if be it you're doing cybersecurity, or you're into big data, or you're in data analysis, network is the fundamental of all of these. Because even if you have to hack a network or penetrate a network, you have to know how the network works first before you'll be able to hack it or defend the network. So I am going to be following a certification program. The entry-level certification for network engineers at the moment is CCST, but I'm going to go in with the CCNA program. But if we have a lot of people who have no background in IT, we can start with the CCST program. In the CCNA program, we are going to cover the foundation of networks, of course, introduction, how networks work, and then we'll talk about the various types, the wired, the wireless, and then we'll have a tip of automation and programmability. Even though we are network or cybersecurity engineers, we still need to know some programming. So we are going to be talking about some network automation and programmability. That is basically an overview of the program. Any questions? No.
Beautiful. I do have some questions for you. So let's say somebody is interested in joining network engineering. What's the duration of the course? How long does it take? What do they need? Do they need to have a computer? Can they do it on their phone?
Okay, the program will run 4 months. 4 months for everybody to have a good level and a lot of practicality, and a laptop, of course. A laptop with at least 8 GB of RAM, because we are going to be running some programs and some simulative software to enable us practice, because anything we do on the simulative software is the same thing we can do on the real device, on the router itself, on the switch, on the firewall.
Okay.
So, yes.
Okay, beautiful. So let me ask another question. Muriel, I'm glad you are here. So Muriel, the aspect of networking that you're going to be covering as a foundation to cybersecurity, are you going to be going as extensive as Blandine? Meaning, let me give you an example. I know you are starting with network engineering, your networks, and you build on network. Let me see if Muriel is here. Muriel, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, beautiful. So let's imagine that you are starting with foundations of networking or networks, then you build on it to talk about your, what do you call it? Defensive, offensive, and all of that. would you be going as deep into networking as Blandine, or you would just be doing a very small piece of it?
No, actually, we'll be doing only networking for cybersecurity engineers.
Okay.
As some programming language that will be doing Python, it will be for cybersecurity. So
Okay.
we basically do, after we give the basics like the OSI and the TCP/IP model, we move to subnetting, because subnetting is actually important. If under scanning, if you want to scan the network, you should be able to know if they, because if you want to do a penetration testing, they generally just give you an IP address. So you need to, if you don't know subnets, you need to know which subnets, how many subnets are in the company. So you need the aspect of networking, generally subnetting. So what we'll be doing is just the important section of networking that we need for an entry-level cybersecurity. Yeah.
Okay. So would there be a way where we can partner, where your course is going to be partnering with Blandine in a way where we can send some of your students who are interested in deepening their experience? Or the way I'm thinking about it is, how do we partner in a way where, do we tell some students to say, hey, go to Blandine, take, her program is 4 months, take the first 1 month, in Blandine's program, and that 1 month basically is going to cover all the foundation like subnetting and all of that you need to come back into my program in case maybe the people are struggling and they are struggling with your part of it and you want to kick them back in there. Is that a possibility?
I think so, yeah.
Yes, it is a possibility. In fact, it is a necessity. So
Yeah,
in the future, it is going to be under the priority. So if you don't have the basics of networking, then go do Blandine's course before coming to the cybersecurity section.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So we're going to work out the logistics on the back end so that some people who might be struggling can just jump into her course. And then when they are done, maybe for the first month, even if they don't want to become full-time network engineers, they can continue, branch out and go back. So Blandine might be doing network 101 in the first month, 102 in the next month, 103, and then 104. So you can take networking engineering 101 with Blandine, then you jump back, into this course. So we'll figure out how we can do those logistics so the student can benefit from that collaboration. But thank you. Thank you, Blandine.
Thank you too, Coach. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, and then Muriel, timing is also a concern as well. When Blandine, thank you very much for this. And Blandine's course, we're looking at kicking off Blandine's course in August, I think first week of August. So if you're interested, please fill that form that we have shared, indicate your interest in network engineering, and we are going to definitely get back to you with the specifics. Thank you very much, Blandine.
Thank you too, Coach.
Okay. And then Muriel, I wanted to ask, what is the time, what time are we proposing for cybersecurity? What is that time? What is it, what days in the week? That's one question a lot of people have been asking. What days within the week? What is the duration per session?
So the duration per session is 3 hours. We wanted to make it longer, but longer sessions will definitely make people get tired and they will not be able to follow they might not retain what you've learned. And for the days, we don't know the day and the time. Well, I wanted to give it, I wanted I wanted that most of the students should decide. So if we have like 80% of the people, of the students that will be taking the course, if they decide on a certain time, then we can take that course. Because I wouldn't want a situation where we are doing a class and they are only 20% of the people. So it's better that most of the students should decide, because I am very flexible with my time. Yeah, for the program, I can be very flexible with the time, but it is preferable at night here. So GMT plus 1, as from 9 p.m., 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. and then 3 hours from there. So 8, 9, 10, 11, so something like that. So I don't know what most of the people, the students who will be willing to take the course will decide. Because at that, generally at that time, not only is the network very stable, but also many people, if maybe someone is doing some other activity during the day, then they'll be free at that time. So that's why if I were to choose, then I would choose as from 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. onwards and 3 hours onwards. So if there are people, if there are students that would like to take the course, then we can modify and reschedule the day and the time, because the day, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 3 times per week. And we definitely do a full day, Saturday or Sunday, for a practical session.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. So the somebody asked, what time is it where you are now? So Muriel is in Cameroon. And then Muriel, what is your time right now? So that people can synchronize their watch.
So 4:19 p.m. GMT plus 1.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you very much. I think that answered Loni's question. So, and then I see Louisa. Her hand is up.
Good evening, sir.
Hi.
I'm new here. Sorry, this is actually my first time attending the session. Someone gave me the idea about the program, so I just decided to join today to see what this is all about, because I'm actually interested into cyber too. So I don't know if maybe there's a group where I can get maybe generally how the system is being organized, like when is it commencing, what I'm supposed to do to be part of it, like generally something like that. I don't know. Is it too late for me or?
Oh, you just joined the session right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the session is recorded. The session is recorded, and Queen, if you notice, Queen just said, get to me. So Queen basically is, one of our team members. She's going to be able to give you all the information that you need. So look at the chat. There's somebody who just said, get to me. She just gave a number there. Please reach out to Queen. Queen will give you all the information that you need. Louisa, confirm that you got the number.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, but please look at the chat. The number, her name and number is in there. So for anybody, if you are in Cameroon and you want to reach out, please reach out to, if you want to talk to somebody, Queen is your go-to person. She's compassionate. She would explain everything that you need, and she would answer all your questions.
All right, thank you, sir. I'll definitely
Beautiful.
get to her.
Beautiful. And then she would also share this recording with you so that you can go back and watch all of this again.
Thank you.
All right, then. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. I did not see any questions. I wanted to give Benice, our faculty on digital marketing, the floor so that she can tell us about her program, and then Benice.
Thank you so much, Mr. Will. Good evening, everybody. Please, can you people hear me?
Yes, we can.
Thank you. I'm actually in a bus way back home. So I'm just going to share with people some details about our digital marketing course. So first of all, you realize that 49% of people spend at least 4 hours on their phones every day. So that's a lot of people. These days, people hardly read signboards, people hardly watch TV, television, people hardly read newspapers and newspapers. So because of this, marketing has taken another turn. Marketing now has mostly gone digital. So a lot of people now prefer to do marketing on platforms that are more communicative, more that they are better exchanges, for example, Facebook, because of some failures of the normal mainstream media, digital marketing is taking over the place. So this course is in order to train us and prepare us for this very huge market and to enable us to fit into the society and in fact prepare us for what is ahead, because that is where marketing is going. Compared to last year, this year more than 25% of marketing income has gone towards digital marketing, and that is a very huge increase compared to the previous year, and it is predicted that it's going to continue being like that. So this is a big opportunity for those that are interested to learn and sharpen their skills in this particular aspect. As I've earlier mentioned, mainstream media is going down the slope. So these days, what is taking over is you have social media like LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You have search engine optimization. These are tools that people use to get more visibility. These days, you just need to ask yourself, what do I prepare? Is it easier for me to go to a restaurant or for me to sit at home and order for food to meet me at home? Most people prefer to sit at home because these days the schedules are more busy and people don't have a lot of time, and socialization is getting more digital than physical. So because of these reasons, you really want to consider doing digital marketing. And I also like to add that the world has gotten digital, like we're talking about now we're talking about cybersecurity, network marketing, everything is getting digital. You see children these days, they don't have toys anymore. They are playing with their phones, they are playing with tablets, and because of all these reasons, people want to use this media to sell their products. So we are organizing this course to make this opportunity available for everybody that is interested. So please take advantage of this opportunity. We plan to start on the 4th of July, which is on Tuesday. The 4th of July is on Tuesday. And from 8 p.m., we actually plan to do it twice a week, but we are still to confirm the exact details. Twice a week, 1 hour per session, one study hour, then after that, maybe questions and answers. And this course is going to be a hands-on course, which means that during the course, they're going to give you assignments. For example, you have to grow for example, an Instagram page from 0 to 5,000 likes. You have to, put an ad on the internet and optimize, or maybe optimize the viewing of a website. It's a hands-on course where you are going to be able to really, really be in touch and to practice this particular skill. So I really want to use this opportunity to invite everybody that is listening to me. Digital marketing is for everybody. You can market a product, you can market a service, you can market yourself. Imagine like when you go to LinkedIn, like people say, if you go to LinkedIn and you see somebody, if you see them in their day-to-day life, you will not believe it's a person because of what the person has written. That is where marketing starts from. So I really implore you all to learn this course, if not maybe to use it maybe as a job, which is, by the way, one of the easiest jobs to find when you go to the internet. Just on Upwork, for example, you see digital marketing, they're hiring all the time. So this is minus that. You can use it for your own product. You can decide to start a business in the future. Who knows? You can use it for your own self. Maybe you are a scrum master or whatever. You can use these skills to market yourself and put yourself out there for people to see you and to use your services. I can say a lot. I have learned marketing through this course, so I can continue and just market the course. So please, I don't know, Coach, if you have something to add. But for now, let me just stop here. I can go on.
No, that's perfect. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much. We know you are busy, but you made time to speak with us. We appreciate that. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, I have something to say.
Yes,
one last
please.
thing. So there's something that I want to say, which is really very important. If anyone is, on the job market today, cybersecurity is one of the most paid jobs in the IT field, one of the most paid jobs in the IT field. And many people go into cybersecurity for the money. Please don't go into cybersecurity for the money. Most people won't tell you this because we at Glappy, we don't aim for your money. You can see we don't really ask much from you. We don't aim for your money, we aim for the skills. So don't do cybersecurity because maybe someone convinced you to do it. Don't do cybersecurity because you know that it is a well-paid job. You should do cybersecurity for the passion. You see what I showed you here on bug bounty. If you find a bug that is critical, maybe for example on the Amazon website, a critical vulnerability, if you find that and then you document and send to Amazon, they'll pay you $20,000 to $25,000. It is more than 10 million francs CFA for one bug, one critical bug. But do you think that you can? It is you will sit at home, maybe it's in your chips or whatsoever thing, and find such a vulnerability or a bug? No, you need to be passionate. You need to see beyond, because someone has taken their time and coded the Amazon website. It's a very secured website. For you to go into the Amazon website and find a vulnerability that is critical to the Amazon infrastructure, you need to be someone that really understands the thing. So cybersecurity do not come into the course because someone has advised you that if you should do cybersecurity, you will have a lot of money. It is a well-paid job. Please don't do it. I've been into the field for a while now, and I've seen people come and go because when they come, it becomes very tough for them and they're forced to go. I have some friends who have actually left. Now they're doing trading. You see, they left cybersecurity to trading because their aim was the money. So they preferred the trading. But please, cybersecurity is for the passionate ones. To be able to find a flaw on a network, a vulnerability, for you to be able to hack a phone or a computer or whatsoever device. Microsoft has taken their time and they have a whole, what they call red team. There's a red team and a blue team. Most Fortune 500 websites, companies in the world or in America, they have two cybersecurity teams, the red team and the blue team. Now there's even what they call the purple team. So their infrastructure is very, very protected. And for you to live from nowhere and find a vulnerability, you should be really someone who's a tough person. And that's what cybersecurity is. And that is why cybersecurity is a paid job, a very good paid job, very well paid job, because it is not as easy as you think. We're both talking, but it is not as easy as you think. You need to be able to think above normal. I mean, either you think above normal or very strategic person, maybe using something like social engineering. But cybersecurity is not like all other stuff. It's not like programming, where you have the program, you learn Python, and then you can code from the very first day. It is difficult to find a bug on a website from the very first day in cybersecurity. So I just want to let you know, because we at cybersecurity, even if we have marketed the course, we don't want to bring people in, maybe 100, 200, 300 people to do the course for the money. That's not our aim. Our aim is to impact, that is bring technology skills to most Africans here for Cameroonians. So that's why most of you who don't have the IT skills, maybe I don't want to say I pity you, but it takes a lot of work here. Cybersecurity is not a playground. You are going to leave the field. I tell you, in fact, you go without no one telling you. So that's what I wanted to say. So we are not here, we are not actually pushing you guys to take the course. We're not pushing anyone to take the course. You should be willing to take the course, or else most of you will drop out before the course ends. And don't waste your time to take the course with us and drop out. That's not our aim. But if you have friends that are enthusiasts, because I will tell you, at my time, I didn't have all these. I knew a lot of big brothers, grandfathers around, and well, they were not willing to share their knowledge. So if you have the opportunity today, I don't want anyone to come here and be playing. This is not the playground. Because I myself, if I see guys coming around and playing, I have a lot of things to do. I will give you copy and paste and go. And it's very bad. So if you want to do the course, just because you heard someone telling you cybersecurity is good, yes, it's good. Yeah, join the course not because someone told you, but because you are passionate about it. Even if someone told you, if you join the course, then make sure you are here to learn. And here to learn is not opening a textbook and reading and closing, going to write an exam. Very wrong. Very wrong. Even if you have to take a certification, the EJPT certification that I stated earlier, it's not a practical, it's not a theoretical exam. You are actually going to hack some real websites, and at the end, you make a report. But if you take the CH, the first part of the CH is actually MCQ, and the second part, which is the CH master, is the practical section. So, and if you go further into advanced cybersecurity, we do something like the CPENT and the OSCP. The OSCP, they don't give you any, you have the question, the task in front of you. They can ask you for the exam. They will tell you to make a website to disappear from the internet. They'll give you a task, such a task. And when you finish, you document, you send to them, you have a 1 hour presentation, and then they'll grade you, and then you are certified. So don't get into cybersecurity because the money is there. The money is there. Don't go there for that. You should go for the passion. Because I'm saying this for a reason. I'm saying this for a reason, and I'm insisting. Because when we start doing tough stuff, if you don't have a lot of time to maybe study the cybersecurity skills, it is also a problem, because cybersecurity is practice. You need to master the system to be able to hack a computer or a Windows operating system. You need to master a lot of parts. It's not just using programs. You might have the program that will help you to hack, but you need to know that, for example, cross-site scripting. You need to easily find bugs like cross-site script or cross-site scripting and buffer overflow. You really need to take your time and study maybe if it is a website, study the website architecture. It takes time, and then you definitely find a flaw. So that's what I wanted to say. That I've seen people. The aim of most people or most courses around is that they market the course, the market, and when you join, the aim is to make money. But we here, we're not going to actually lie to you that leave your networking, leave your management that you're doing, come to cybersecurity, leave all of those, come. No, we're not doing that. If you are good at marketing, do marketing, but you need some small cybersecurity, which is good. But to be a good hacker, there's also what we call psychology. Is one of the most powerful tools, and we'll see here. It's called social engineering. So to be able to social engineer someone into giving you their information, to be able to tell someone, that's what scammers use. They use social engineering. They convince you to give them your information. You need to sit and really craft the thing. So you need to really be 100% into the course, or else most of you will drop during the offensive security section, because I will make it very tough. In fact, it's a tough one because it's practical based. So, but don't worry, if you join in, then you're not going to regret it, because it's going to be hands-on. And and don't sorry 1 minute. And you might easily have a job, because nowadays most people go for interviews. They have certifications, but they go for interviews. They pass the first section, and the second section they fail. Why? Because it's practical, and most of them don't know this. So that's why we are not based on theory here. We are based on practical. So if we might give you a PDF or a document, you read on that, and we cover the PDF in maybe a few minutes, 30 minutes, and the rest is practical. That is it. So thank you, Coach. That's what I had to say, because it's very important. It's very important for everyone that's taking the course.
Thank you very much. That's the honesty that we share here. We're saying, ladies and gentlemen, if you are coming for the money, you must be ready to do the work. Money and work goes hand in hand. Cybersecurity is challenging. I want to tell you off the bat, if you do not have time, if you are not ready to make the time, then don't waste the money. Instead, take any of the other programs that are less demanding, so that when you are, do not give you an opportunity to rearrange your schedule. And then when you have better time and, better time management, and you are ready, and you join the cybersecurity program, do not worry. It's going to be an ongoing program. It kicks off now. It's still going to come back again, running again as we go. Excited to have you here. Oh, one more thing. What makes our cybersecurity program interesting is we bundled. If you register for the program, you get a free laptop as part of the program. So that way, people always complain, oh, I do not have a laptop. I do not have a laptop. We try to solve that problem by ensuring that you have a laptop to be able to use during the program. So please, reach out to, whoever informed you about this program, reach out to them so that they can give you more insight on how you could get registered. Fill the form that we just shared on the link. I will share the form one more time. The form is on the chat below. Fill that form, to register your interest. Just copy it and take it, fill it out, and then we'll go from there. Excited once again to have you here. I'm looking forward to, if you are joining the cybersecurity program, we're looking forward to seeing you. If you are deciding to just join our community to see what we do, because we're doing a lot of work basically in Cameroon, in Nigeria as well. As part of our corporate social responsibility, we're providing IT, we're doing coding for kids, back in Cameroon. As a matter of fact, we have presence in Douala and currently setting up in Bamenda as well. And what the coding can kids, I think the director of the program is here. Let me see, is she here? She's gone. Oh, I think she's gone. Is Gwendolyn here? Oh, I think she's gone. But anyway, she was here a few minutes back. So what we are doing basically in the coding can kids Leslie, you want to chime in? You doing something you want to share? You're on mute though. So you are speaking on mute.
Myself. Yes, the issue is network. People from Bamenda usually face a lot of network, especially students who are around Bambili. So normally they have a lot of questions to ask. But now that there's network problem, it really poses a very serious challenge this way. I myself, I just brought in a router here to use.
Wow.
Yeah. So if people from Bamenda, if you try to verify, maybe they may be out, they may be offline.
Wow. Yeah, that's what we noticed. We were expecting all of them. We didn't see them here. So what we're doing is we're going to send this recording, Leslie, to them, so that they can watch it during their spare time. And then we'll go from there. If there are additional questions, please, they can reach out to us and we're going to answer those questions.
Okay, that would be great. I even had one student just told me that you were here 2 years ago. Is it 2 years ago? 2 years ago that you were here in Yuba, in University of Bamenda.
Yes.
Yes, you came and spoke to them. You came and spoke to them.
Yes.
And they took it for granted. So one student, he's just beside me. I'm encouraging him that he should really pay attention to this program, because there are little things that they are teaching them in class, but by the time they get into cybersecurity, they'll be very smart. They'll be very smart. Those things will become easy for them.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's what I am telling them.
I'm glad that they are choosing not to take it for granted this time. The thing about this thing is lots of people, like, when people do not necessarily know the value of what is being given to them, they'll take it for granted. But the good thing is that they still have time to catch up on it. Cybersecurity is something that it's in high demand. The government, for example, in Cameroon and across Africa has instituted, there is a law that is coming to microfinance banks and banks and actually prompts them to actually beef up their security to certain standards like the ISO standards. Now, the goal of these standards is to make sure that our national infrastructure, our fiduciary or financial systems are secured. So what does that mean? It means that there are lots of opportunities to actually provide those trainings. So there is high demand. For example, a few weeks back, not a few months back, we were able to train the military in Yaoundé. We trained about 800 police officers in, what's that place, Mirel? What's that place in Yaoundé? Where what is it? It's Camp de Jean. Muriel, are you here? I don't think Muriel is here.
At Meling, can you up?
Yab. Thank you. Camp Yab. We're able to train 800 police officers, gendarmes, on Guandamaris. Am I pronouncing that right? Guandamaris. Right? Muriel, did I pronounce that right? Guandamaris, right?
Yeah, gendarmerie.
Gendarmeries. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, we're able to train about 800 of them. They are interested in cybersecurity. They want to know more. These Momo scams that is happening. What is happening? What is happening with Momo scams is what Muriel talked about, social engineering, where they will con you and deceive you out of your money. WhatsApp scam, all of those things. So the gendarmeries are interested in understanding what that is and how they can protect the people, the citizens of the country. So providing them that 3-day cybersecurity awareness training so they can understand and see how they can protect, because people are going there, oh, my money was stolen, oh my, this is this, oh my, this is this, and these guys, police are like, we don't know what this is. We just don't know how to help you. We want to help you, but we don't know how. So we providing them that orientation for 3 days. Muriel and his team basically was, leading that effort to provide them that education. So there is demand. Additionally, we're supposed to actually run a program for the end of this month, but it was postponed. About 50 microfinance banks and banks were interested in understanding, the latest in cybersecurity, so that they can also protect their financial systems as well. So bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, there is demand. The government is asking them to actually invest in cybersecurity to protect their systems. What does that mean? There are jobs coming in Plentora, across the continents, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Cameroon. There are going to be work for cybersecurity professionals as well as other IT professionals. So we're trying to position you so that when those opportunities come in, you will be the first to grab that opportunity. And then for us, basically, if we are making this program, money is not the driver. We're not interested in your money. We're doing this because we're developing the continent. This is part of our capacity building initiative to develop all 54 African countries, to keep the youth engaged, to empower the youths. What is the alternative? On the continent, if the youth are not empowered, that is where they go into the Nigerian scam, Momo scam, and all of this nonsense, giving the continent a bad name. That's why, for example, when you come to the United States and you say, hey, my name is Russell and I'm Nigerian. The first thought that comes to mind, is the Nigerian scam. I'm not a scammer, but I am Nigerian, and then they associate Nigerian scam with me. Now, the boys who are doing it are benefiting and making money and doing all they do. Question is that the direction? Is that what we want to be known for as a continent, as a people? The answer is no, which is why we're spending a lot of time and energy to really build a very robust security program so that You guys interested in cybersecurity can be the good guys, protecting the national infrastructure and maybe laundering our name. Protecting the national infrastructure, protecting your family members from these guys, these bad guys, you now become the good guys, the heroes, protecting the infrastructure of the continent. So we want to fight fire with fire, and rather than waiting for the government to do it, and because the way the government goes about doing these things, in Nigeria, as an example, you hear SARS, they still exist, right? It's been a long time since I read the story, but the way I understood it was, am I pronouncing it right? The SARS, right? Who's been in Nigeria? Who has been following the Nigerian news recently?
Yes, Coach Russell, it's SARS.
Exactly. So the
Yeah.
SARS, the way they go about it is a young man dresses very nice in Lagos, in the East. And if you dress nice and you look good, maybe you even wear an earring, they suspect that you must be a scammer. And so they attack you basically like, oh, you are one of those scammers, out there. And then they do all sorts of things, like from police brutality to even killing these boys that are innocent kids. I've heard cases like that. Paul, keep me honest. That's what's happening, correct?
Yeah, SARS, and we also have EFCC.
Exactly.
Mostly now it's EFCC.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So ladies and gentlemen, Annabelle, you wanted to say something?
Yes, coach. In Cameroon, we have four-man squad.
Exactly. Exactly.
And which one is 4-man squad?
I'm serious, 4-man squad. That's what they do in Cameroon.
Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, the police officers who do not understand what is cyber crime, from romance scam, like what these boys are doing, is all part of social engineering. Because they do not understand it, they reply with brutality. They reply, arrest these boys, shoot their legs, do all sorts of things, even kill these boys because, that's what they are doing. They don't know any better. What we are providing with cybersecurity training, education, and orientation is we're trying to provide an alternative where people would know more about cybersecurity to A, protect themselves, B, provide that awareness to the security apparatus within the country so that they can know that, oh, these guys are not, what do you call it, are not, we could, well, I don't want to use the word, they are not bad guys. We want to say they do not have malicious intent. They are just not engaged. And so they are using whatever they can find to actually earn a living or make, to survive. They are trying to survive. So the question now is, how do we discourage them from doing that? One, we want to increase our offensive capabilities where more people are aware so that they can provide the orientation, education. Two, we want to provide, want to develop good guys, capabilities where good guys can have the skills to fight the bad guys. So for example, if you become a cybersecurity professional and you are, in Cameroon or anywhere else, you can actually support our teams in, to Mirel's point, as we form our red and blue team, the red for attack, the blue for defend, we can actually provide that consultancy to the government and institutions to protect, from ransomware, malware, denial of service, which is, the DOS attacks, and all of that typically would come to those infrastructure. We can provide those services, on behalf of to the government and anybody else who needs those services. So what are we saying? We're saying that you can be, by joining our program, you can be one of those elites, be part of those elite security defense avengers, we like to call them, who can protect the infrastructure across the continent so that we can start that process of redefining who we are as a continent, who we are as a country. So We are excited if you choose to join something that is very close to our hearts, because the Nigerian scam is enough. You know, you see these days, go to Instagram, you see 10-year-old boys, 10-year-old boys, not 20, 10. You ask them the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? They tell you, I want to be a G boy. Why? Because the people they see who are influencing them are the G boys. Now, G boys are buying, building houses back home, taking care of their parents. In fact, some parents are saying now these days that, you know, they want their children to be a G boy. And now there is G plus and all of that stuff out there. The question is that the direction we want to take the continent? If we are going in that direction, it means one of two things. The people who, like Mirel, and people who want to actually do that dignity in labor, who want to actually do the right thing, will be discouraged, because the people that are doing the wrong things are getting away with it, but not without a cost. Not without a cost. You know the cost that comes with going in that direction. From damage, first of all, risks to the individual, risk to their parents, family members, risk to even, especially when they start doing these ritual killings and all of that, the risk, as it were, to even extended family members who are not even involved or interested in being a part of it. They're pulled in when these kids and these young boys look for mediums and measures to actually survive and expand their trade. Cybersecurity is an opportunity to curb some of that, to address some of that at the grassroots by providing the awareness, the skills that we can use to fight and combat that. That way, we can convert some of those, you know, individuals with malicious intent, you know, get them on the good side, pull them from the darkness into the light, help them with saying, hey, you do not have to be a G. Do you know this skill you have? If you add this to your G skills, who knows? You can even do more, because you already know social engineering. Now, what if we teach you a little network and this and this and this, and you can make legitimate money without having to hide, run, operate on the dark web, and do all sorts of those things that, you know, will make you a criminal? Do you want to be locked up, for example, as Hush Puppy was, or do you want a life where you can earn real good money and you can be proud to say what you do for a living? So these are ways in which we intend to actually, as part of the African Dream, build that capacity within the continent, empower our youths, and give them an alternative future. So if you're interested, you know, tell your friends about this program, pull them in. The program is not expensive. We're charging, in Africa, the Glappy Foundation has subsidized this course. This course should be 1 million CFA, but we subsidize it to 250,000 CFA in Africa, not in the United States. I'm sorry, guys, if you're in the United States, you're paying full price. But in Africa, you know, they subsidize the program to 250,000 CFA. And then for the Africans, even when they pay that money, we're taking from that money and we are giving them back a laptop. There's nobody that is doing it, ladies and gentlemen. There's nobody that is doing it. For a 4-month program with Mirel, an intensive program like that, like she has just described, that would include the possibility of meeting you in person in Yaoundé and in Douala. We have campuses, Glappy campuses in these regions. You know, it's going there to those campuses, their internet there. You just come with your laptop and you do practical sessions. Nobody's doing it. If it's your money that we want, we would ask you for 1.5 million CFA. But because we are driving this as a non-profit foundation, we want to give you the skill. Question is, would you take it? Or are you thinking about going the G route? If you are, we are coming for you. We're building the capacity to provide, to get the skills to protect our family members from you if you are thinking of going the G route. But if you want to be part of the good guys, join us, because we have to change that image. Next 5 years, we want to remove the Nigerian scam from people's vocabulary. It is going to be going out of the vocabulary because of what we are doing across the continent in 5 years, ladies and gentlemen. Pay attention. If you've never heard it before, this is the first time you are hearing it. You are hearing it from us first. In 5 years, the Nigerian scam will be a thing of the past because we are going to build the capacity within the continent to protect itself from the boys and girls out there that are damaging our reputation, giving us a bad name. We're going to change that. And then we would convert that energy, that creativity, we would convert it to something that is productive, that can help our continent grow and rise, so that we can start talking about important things like how we are influencing climate change, how we are making the world a better place, not being known for all this rubbish that we're hearing across the continent. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our intent, and that is why this program is very important to us. It kicks off on Monday. If you are interested, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies about our program, because it's one that we intend to use to change the continent. Excited to have you here. You have the form, fill it out, and then we'll go from there. Somebody asked, is there a Glappy faculty in Yaoundé already? No. So Muriel is, leading our cybersecurity program across the country, but he has a team, in these locations, in Douala, in Yaoundé, and we have a campus already in Douala. We're working out a campus in Yaoundé that is going to be available by campus. It means that we have partnerships with local institutions where we can use their facility to actually drive or facilitate some of these programs. So we're working one also in Bamenda as well, thanks to the amazing work of a phenomenal team out there. I like to mention names. If you are in Bamenda, you have the what's this gentleman's name? Manin. Is he here? Manin, are you here? Okay, Manny is not here. What about Lionson? Are you there? You want to speak? You wanted to just acknowledge the amazing work you guys are doing on that end on the Bamenda side. Okay, they are not here. We just want to thank them very much for the work they are doing. We are trying to establish our presence also in Bamenda, so that we are connecting the entire country together. We're working to also establish our presence in Kumba and Douala. No, we'll talk about Douala, Kumba, and where again? The rest of my team is not here. I know they are doing some work also. They are gearing up to set up a campus as well in Manfei as well. So that will be Douala, Yaoundé, Kumba, Manfei. So the bottom line is, we want to make sure that regardless of where you are, you can have access to, Glappy as a community to get the support that you need. Location should not be a barrier. If you need to meet, if you need to interact, if you need to learn, you can jump into one of these campuses and get the support that you need. Okay, Isaac, I see your hand. I think you are the last hand for the day, and then we'll call it a day.
Hey, Russell. Yeah, I just need a little bit of clarification. I don't know if it's the best time for me to ask now or if I should wait on Monday, because I believe when I went through the packet, there's supposed to be an onboard training on Monday.
Yes.
On Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Friday from 12 to 2 p.m. I believe that's CST time, right?
Isaac, you seem to be asking about, are you interested in Scrum or cybersecurity?
Yeah, right. So that's why I wanted to make, to be more clarified, because I feel like the whole meeting today was more about cybersecurity, and I'm sure that's part of what you guys do in the Glappy platform. But yeah, I'm more interested in Scrum Master.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm certified Scrum Master already.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to be in an environment where I could get like more hands-on training, just like you said earlier when you started the program. You said the whole idea about the program is for you, not just getting the theory part of the training, but also getting, to get to have a good knowledge of the hands-on on what you're going to be doing at work when you eventually get a job. So that's basically the reason why joining the Glappy platform, Glappy platform to make sure that that I have, because I'm pivoting from healthcare into IT right now. Because right now I work as a healthcare professional. So I'm trying to pivot into IT. I did my Scrum Master, what's it called? I did the first final, what's it called? The first basic Scrum Master program, and I did the Scrum Master certification. And so moving forward, I just wanted to be in an environment where I could learn more about like the agile methodology and the Scrum Master, basically like, like the hands-on training, so that I could get myself equipped before, applying for jobs. And also on the packet, I saw that every Saturday is going to be like what does it say? Well, let me hold on. It says it's going to be like an interview prep sessions every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. So does that apply to every Saturday CST time in America, or is it like a general interview prep session?
Great questions. Thank you very much. So, Isaac, what we specialize in is the hands-on part. As a matter of fact, my team and I, we call it we do the do. We do it. Okay. And for us, basically, that's exactly what we do. So you joining the program, if you start, for example, during the onboarding, like if you join on Monday, you are going to be focused. I think they are already in process readiness 103, where they are going to be talking about the introduction to scaled agile. You're going to be meeting the faculty. There is Coach Ike. He's going to be walking us through, or walking you and the team through agile, scaled agile, and all of that. The way the program is structured at a high level, let me just pull out something and show you. That might actually give you some guidance. Team, the session is over officially, but if you are interested in this kind of conversation where we want to discuss the technical nature of how our programs run on the back end, please stay so that we can show you very quickly so that you can see it for yourself. But then that'll be it. So let me share.
I have one more thing, sir, before we go.
Yes. Sure, please.
So I wanted to say something. We are not a university or a college or some sort of institution, because now we are actually, this is the summer break here. So by September or October, most institutions should be resuming. So if maybe you've had your college, your high school degree, and you want to go to college or university, this program is not, does not, it's not, you cannot take, you shouldn't take it in place of a university. So because I know some people who actually did a very big mistake. They went into such a program, so such a program was running, and instead of going to a university, because they were advised that no, this is very practical, maybe you might start working or with certification, and instead of going to a university, they came maybe they came and they did such a course like the one we are offering. We're not a university. We don't replace university. Maybe the university have their place, but we are more of a level up. We are taking your level from where you are to a different level, way higher. So that's what I wanted to emphasize on.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. That is very helpful. Thank you for sharing that. So that's a great reminder. Okay. So let's really look at this real quickly. let me show you my screen. All right. So here, let me share this with you. Okay, can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Okay. All right, so there we go. All right, let's share one more time. All right, perfect. So what we are seeing is the program in a nutshell. This is a program in a nutshell. So let me see. Let's see if I could do a slideshow. There, you see it?
Yeah.
No, beautiful. So now, basically, the way the program is structured is our program has, let's say, word of mouth. Isaac, somebody told you about our program. This is where you come in. Isaac, I'm talking on to you. I don't know. I'll be engaging you actively. Are you with me so far?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, perfect. You come in through here. You are under acquisition. Our program has 3 core phases: the learn phase, the build phase, the growth phase. In the learn phase, typically we cover, you hear process and project readiness. This basically is handled by, one coach, Ike. Tools and digital readiness, this is Michael Collins. Soft skills is Tega. Job readiness is Nikki. So we have this basically on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, this is the 2-hour session. This is part of the learn phase of the program. So these 2-hour sessions basically run, they are onboarding. Typically, people who have not been trained for Scrum Master and all of that, they might even just take only this onboarding phase, this learn phase, and get the skill to be a Scrum Master, because process and project focuses on Scrum and safe, because that is the process with which we use in the build phase of the program.
Okay.
Let me pause for a second to make sure that this makes sense. Isaac, are you? Okay, good.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So that's what happens here. Now, if you graduate, because here you have to write an assessment exam, assessment exam to actually graduate from the learn phase into the build phase. So some people basically, like yourself, who would say they have received training and all of that, then you take the exam. You take the exam and you pass all of these things here, then you get into the build phase. The build phase is a live project. It's focused on skill advancement, network, and collaboration. So in the build phase, you're actually building. Right now, this team is building an Amazon e-commerce application from ground up. And there are 7 teams here, 7 teams working to build this solution. Let me pause for a second. This build phase is 12 to 52 weeks. I'm sorry, no, it's 8 to 12 weeks, the build phase. So the learn phase is 4 weeks. If you come in and you already have all of these skills, you just take the assessment exam, because you need to pass this exam to jump into the build phase, because it is a certificate of completion from the learn phase that you use as admission into the build phase. Isaac, are you with us?
Yeah.
And then when you finish the build phase, you go into the growth phase. This is job placement. Some people already have jobs. Like there's a guy who's reaching out to us from where? He's reaching out to us from Sweden. He just got a job. He's starting on the 1st of August. He needs to deepen his skills. He joins the growth phase of the program, where he gets job support. He gets access to materials within our program to really understand what he needs to do to add value to his employer within the first 30, 60, 90 days. Are you with me so far?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So for all of these phases, you get into the program and you grow, you participate and you grow within the program. Now, here, when you hit the genius level, you started adding value. Your organization is adding, you are getting feedback from your employer that you are adding value, you are growing within the organization. We will take our certification. We have an exam or an assessment to look. We ask questions like, what's the value you are bringing to your organization? What are the changes you are driving? Discuss with us, the change management initiatives you are driving. If you do that, basically, and you pass that, you move from the growth phase into the genius phase. And this junior phase, basically, you are now an official change agent within our program. You can now not only lead, you can also get career advancement support, and then you continue upskilling and growing within the program. So here in this phase, basically, we're going to be developing what we call your T-shape and your E-shape skills. T-shape skills, because when you come in as a health professional and you get into Scrum, you will get what we call I-shape skill, because all you know basically might just be Scrum. So your skill is I-shape. Now later, we're going to help you go from I-shape to T-shape. So you're going to have an understanding of Scrum as your I, and then you're going to have general knowledge, for example, cybersecurity awareness, network engineering awareness, and all of that. If you start taking those programs within our program, like Blanding's course, those courses, you are taking them in, you eventually you start developing what we call T-shaped skills, and eventually maybe E-shaped skills, and subsequently pie-shaped skills. So geniuses are individuals within the community who have a love for learning, are building their skills, and still want to keep building their skills to become what we call a consummate professional. And these individuals not only develop their skills, but also we leverage them within our community to build the community even further. Isaac, is it clear?
Yeah, it is. So let's say, for example, I somehow get a job, and I want to go for like an interview for that job. So at what point or at what level of this would that fall into? Would that be like on the learn level, or would that be like on the build level?
Yeah, on the learn level. On the learn level, all the levels here, these two phases, we have a ready for work program. A ready for work program that Coach Nikki is driving. She meets with them every Saturday, to do interview preps. They tackle interview prep questions. She addresses all of that. So typically, if you join the build phase, let's say if you join the learn phase, you would upload your resume, your LinkedIn profile, and all of that, on a folder. That will now be it's that folder that you will be using to drive your conversation about if you are ready for work or not. The coach is going to be reviewing that, giving you feedback and support as you go.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So I guess that actually answered my questions. And also, if I decide to move from the learn to the build level, you said there should be like an assessment.
Yes.
That I have to
take.
Okay. And also on this learn level, you said it's process and project, tools in digital. So then all of these will be catered for the kind of program that I want, that I'm pursuing, which is a Scrum Master, right?
Of course, of course. It
Gotcha.
caters for everybody. It's a foundation program for everybody to get the foundation of what we do. So you get process and project tools. Here, these tools basically we cover Jira. Here we cover Proof Hub, and we cover the Glappy server, you know, and all the tools that we use, in some cases Figma as well, and GitLab or GitHub. You know, they cover all of that. They provide introduction to that there. Here, this is emotional intelligence, communication, negotiation, salary negotiation. All of that is what's covered in soft skills. And then job readiness, you know, we teach you techniques, what we call the blue ocean strategies that you can use to engage recruiters, you know, so that you can get an opportunity to have an interview with them.
All right. Okay. And I just don't want to sound very repetitive, but I know if you're trying to make it, really simple for me to digest. So with these tools and digital, so is that where like the actual simulation of the job, of like an example of what I'll be doing, like the hands-on job simulation, is it under the tools and digital, or is it under the process and project?
When you say simulation, what do you mean simulation?
Well, just like, going through like a actual, like an actual layout of what you're gonna be doing. Let's say, for example, like I say, like if you get a job as a Scrum Master, like like your day to day, like you said earlier when you started the program, like it's gonna be already.
That's in the build phase here.
That's in. Oh, that's
working on a live. Are you seeing my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
That's on a live project. That's when you start working with a team. When you're working with a team, nobody's teaching you. You are seeing what a Scrum Master is doing. You are part of a project. You might play the role of a Scrum Master, but on your team, a Scrum Master will be in there. You have a Scrum Master, you have software developers, everybody part of that team working to build that team, to build that product. So we're building, I don't know if you heard the last time I talked about it, we say we are building an Amazon e-commerce application from the ground up. Let me pause for a second to see if that makes sense. We're building a software. So in that team, you have engineers, software engineers, full stack, front end, back end, product owner, Scrum Master. You will come in there and you'll be a part of that team.
Gotcha.
Working for 3 hours, Tuesday through Thursday.
Okay. All right. That makes more sense.
The time is going to be 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. CST. That is the work time for these professionals. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah. So that actually, that's gonna be a little bit, I don't know, because I work 9 to 5 p.m. EST time. So that's gonna be a little bit, it's gonna work a little bit into my work time. So with these, I don't know how communicative the meeting is, as if I can just probably log on and just listen to the class, or I know to get to maximize the whole benefit, I have to be very communicative in the session. So because I will be at work at that time, so that's why I'm trying to find my way around it.
Yeah, you will. I have confidence that if the program is important, you will definitely find a way around it. It's based on you being able to find your way around it. Just want to make it clear that the best way to get the most out of the program would be to be involved, to engage. If you are not engaging, you are just wasting valuable time. If you want to grow from the program, let me give you an example, Isaac. If changing your career is important to you, if becoming a Scrum Master is important to you, I assure you, you will make the time. So I've had that conversation with lots of people. Let me give you an example. There was a gentleman, he's in Canada. He was working and he has been trying to transition his career for a very long time. And he was trying, but again, you know, there are lots of people. He's a family head, he's a father. And he told his wife that, look, I've been trying to become a scrum master for a while, but he's been doing it haphazard. In other words, he's half here, he'll be at work, he'll be listening, and he will say, I am listening, or I'm here. Then, as you and I know, you know, individuals who are doing that they are neither here nor there, they are not getting the most out of it, because the goal is to be there and experience it, you know. Benjamin Franklin said, tell me something and I may remember. Tell me something and I will forget. Show me, I may remember. Involve me and I will never forget. So the goal in our program is to involve you. If you are not involved, you are not going through the program. You are not doing the do. So now for this, get back to his story. He told his wife that I've been here 1 year, I'm still struggling, you know, because what people are seeing is the duration of time you spend on the program. What you are not telling people is when you are here, you are 20% of the time here. So he struggled and he was not getting the jobs. So he told his wife that he wanted to make a decision. And his wife was that, what is that decision? He said he wanted to take some time off work. He was a optometrist assistant or optometrist technician, something like that. So he works in an optometry office as a technician. And he said he wanted to take some time off work. So he took some time off work and he was surprised because he took his time off to actually do that. And he was surprised at how much he was able to grasp within the time that, you know, because before he would wear he'll be listening and working at the same time. And so what was said is like, you know the way chicken or duck is, you pour water on duck, it just flows. What was being said just flows through, doesn't penetrate. And so when he took that time off, he realized that, oh my gosh, he was able to grab more. He now understood the material enough. And so guess what? So my surprise is he decided to quit his job.
Oh my God.
So
Yeah.
let me tell you that story. Look at what makes that story interesting. The moment he made that decision to quit his job, he made a commitment with himself and heaven. He made a commitment with himself and heaven that in 30 days, he wants to get a job. Otherwise, his family will starve. Once he made that decision, Isaac, you know what? His attention focused. He now went from being to now I know this is a do or die affair. If I don't get a job, because before he was like, I have a job. So he takes it, I have a job. So whether I get a job or not, no. So the pressure is not there for him. So when he made that decision and he quit his job, this guy got 3 offers, 3 before the end of the month. 3 offers. He had to choose. He now said, Coach, I have 3 jobs. I don't know what to do. I said, that is a good problem to have. So the point, he went from making $60,000, you know, in a healthcare space. It's like you, healthcare, to making the 3 jobs. The minimum job was paying $120,000 a year. So that is, if he can do all 3, That is 360,000, from 60,000 to over $300,000 in 1 month, because he made that conscious decision. Like they say, sacrifice. If you are ready to sacrifice, you will get it. If you are not ready to make the sacrifice, you will definitely have an excuse. So I always tell people, the ball is in your court. The program is available to you. How you leverage it is based on what is important to you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I understand that, Rochelle. And thank you so much for, for all the comments and all the examples you cited. Right now I feel like I'm at that point right now where I really in a crossroad, like I'm really trying, to make time for what I do right now, because you know how it is. Yeah, if you don't have a job, you can't pay your bills, you can't do anything. So yeah, it's a tough decision to make, and especially when you're out here by yourself and not getting like a support or anything that you can fall back on. Like when you make a decision like that, it's a really hard process. But like I said, I'm gonna try to figure it out. The best option or the best idea would be to be dedicated like 100% and be engaged like to the fullest to my fullest ability. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go on it on Monday because I'm off on Monday because my birthday is tomorrow, so I took the weekend off for from work. So I will fully be on board on Monday and Tuesday. So you guys so this is the 24/7 what's it called 24/7 visual platform, right?
The program runs, the program runs 24/7 because but we have times for interaction. So, but you can reach out, we have support systems that runs round the clock. As an example, we have a coach for tools who can help. He's almost always available online, to support. Perfect. All right. I hope I answered all of your questions satisfactorily, Isaac.
Yes, you did, but I would always have more questions. So I would always get. Is there any way I could get in contact with you? Like maybe if there's any way I need some clarification or just, ask any questions when I come online.
Great question. The thing is, that's why we have the onboarding. The onboarding session that happens Monday to Friday is exactly where people come in with questions. I'm usually there in those sessions to answer questions, and we have very talented people who are there, to handle or answer any questions that you may have. So please come in to what time zone are you on?
I'm on EST.
Okay, so it's going to be 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. your time. Come in at that time. Just come in, and if you have a question, you think about something, you have a brainwave, just come in and ask. But remember, if you are signing up for the program, that is your time window with which you are going to shine. And then Isaac, do not fail to pay, the subscription as well. I would strongly encourage. One of the reasons why we're able to do what we do in Africa, which is provide subsidized trainings, is because of people like you in the United States who are paying your monthly subscription. So the way we do the program is this. Isaac is in the United States. Now, Isaac want to become a Scrum Master. Out there, Isaac would pay, let me guess, Isaac, how much did you pay to become a Scrum Master for your training? Initially, wherever you did your training, how much did you pay?
I'm almost over $300.
Okay, for just the training. How many days was that?
Just the training. So actually, it was mostly based on a self-taught because I get the materials and I just study and I go through with the person. It was like a 4 weeks to 6 weeks training, and then I had to pay for the certification, which is like another $300. So everything was running up to like almost $600.
Okay, well, you are lucky. You know that you are lucky. Do you know how much people pay for Scrum Master training out there?
I know because of the person that referred me to you. I'm sure you know him, Kingsley.
Good, very good, very good.
Yeah, Kinsley gave me a good deal. Actually, I would say it was really good. So I won't even complain.
Very good. So these trainings are very expensive. Scrum Master trainings are very expensive out there. But what we do here is we try to make this program very affordable for people. Like in the US, people just, all they need to do is they just pay a subscription. They pay a subscription. And when they pay a subscription, let me give you an example. Romeo. If Romeo is paying his subscription every month, what that means is, one, Romeo can keep benefiting from our program because he's using it to want to change his career. But then that fund, that small fund that Romeo is paying, gives us the funds that we need to operate in Africa, in Nigeria, in Cameroon, to be able to keep the operations running, to be able to cater for the people, to hire the people that we are paying salaries, basically. It is from what Romeo is paying on a consistent basis, what Charles is paying on a consistent basis. That is what is keeping the program alive. So Isaac, do not hesitate to subscribe, and keep the program. The subscription basically is $50,
I did already.
Good, beautiful. And then if you are so inspired and you want to say, oh, you guys are doing a lot in Cameroon, I want to contribute, upgrade your package to $100 a month. That would give us some extra peanuts, to give back to the continent. Because make no mistakes, what we are doing on the continent is one where we are very proud of the work we do. We call it the African dream. We are building the African dream. We're trying to help the youths by focusing on capacity development on the continent, and focusing on the infrastructure on the continent. We're building Glappy villages where we can stimulate the economy and reduce poverty in the best way that we can. We're using technology as an enabler. We're using skills, ICT, and we are collaborating heavily with local governments, state governments, and national governments to help drive this ICT awareness across the continent, all 54 countries. I've started actively in Cameroon. We are going to Nigeria. We are going live in Nigeria on the 22nd of this month. And then from Nigeria, we are going to Uganda and Kenya. But the goal is to provide that system where Africa and Africans can benefit from using ICT. I want to make sure that money is not a problem. So please, we encourage and appreciate you for subscribing to the service. It really powers this machinery of what we call the African dream.
Yeah, and thank you so much for the opportunity, because when I signed up, I didn't know it was this. It kind of a little bit took a different turn, because this was what I was expecting. But when I got on the chat, I saw that people are from different countries was there. So I'm really, really proud of what you're doing, and I will support as best as I can. I'm on the standard subscription right now, the standard. So
yes,
maybe,
that's a good part. And when you get a job, you go to the next level, so that we can have some money to buy more laptops in Cameroon, in Nigeria, to drive the programs that we are driving, so that those kids back there can have the same skills and opportunities like the kids here in the United States.
Definitely, Rochelle, definitely. So I'm open to gaining all the knowledge that I can gain and all the support to, to pivot successfully and get this job and, and do good at it. And then, yes, for sure, I would definitely upgrade and then support your cause, because it's a great thing that you're doing, and, trying to help and put back to where you're from originally, and also, helping these Africans, most especially because I'm African. So, as, giving back and making sure that people are off the street. Now, you were giving an example about how youth are looking forward to become a Yahoo boy or a 419. I was just in Nigeria a couple of months ago for my dad's funeral. It is crazy how, everybody's looking forward to become a Yahoo boy and to become, to make money real quick and go through the fast lane. Nobody wants to go through the harder route and, work their way up. So I really recommend your project and your vision, and I as much as I can. And I also hope you support me too. I know you already supported me by
of course. Of
yeah,
course.
bringing all these intelligent people together to help me, pivot to my new career. And I really thank you, Russia. I appreciate it.
No problem, sir. That's why we're here. The only support that we need right now is for you to be engaged in the program. The build phase is challenging, but if you want to be a Scrum Master, the best way is to get involved, get your hands dirty. There are some people that are stepping up into leadership opportunities here, like, Mika, Charles, and the others, Victor Inebeli. These people are, they are Scrum Masters like you who are transitioning to become Scrum Masters, and they are stepping up. They are saying things like, I am here, I am available, I want to work, leverage my skills. And it is that we use. So when you are coming in, don't hide behind the scene, don't stay behind. Ask questions like you are doing, engage so that we will see you and say, this person is ready to take on additional responsibilities, and we're going to give you.
Oh, sorry to cut you, but for me, Rochelle, it's gonna be more of a listening because, like I said, I'm new to this. I'm new to the career. I haven't had a job yet, and I haven't had any experience yet. So I'm just gonna be like in the back front, like listening and try to contribute as much as I can. But it's gonna be more of me like trying to get as much knowledge and as much what's it called knowledge from experience from people, and just then move up from there. Yeah, like I said, I'm very new, I'm very brand new, I don't have no experience, I haven't worked in IT at all. So
beautiful. We will find a way for you. We will find a way for you, but please don't stay in that mode for too long. Stay, listen, engage, and then where possible, chime in, join in, and be a part of the experience. And then finally, tell your friends about us. Tell your friends, your enemies about what we do. Let them understand that money is not a barrier. They should come in and contribute towards developing the African dream. It is not my dream, it's for all of us. If our kids in Africa if we protect our nation, if we take out more Yahoo boys from the streets and we give them a different purpose, and we give them purpose, we give them an alternative to what they are doing today, the country becomes safer for all of us. You don't need to fly into Nigeria and be worried about being kidnapped straight from the airport just to be used for ritual purposes. You don't need to worry about that. That benefits you and everybody. If we create jobs in Nigeria, and in Cameroon and all of those places, our children will benefit, our great-grandchildren will be able to fix the roads. Don't need to wait on the government. We can be able to take care of things on our own. We can create those opportunities. So what we are doing, it benefits everybody. But again, these things are very very expensive. And what we tell people is tell your friends. It doesn't take anything to tell your friend about the program, to say, hey, there's this program that is here. It only costs you $50 to change your career. Why don't you join? So please tell your friends so that the more we are, the merrier we become. And all of us will put hands and brains together to actually solve the problem that we have across the African continent.
Right, great.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, so I will stop the recording now. I know I should have